Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Grasley, and this is Grasley Games. We're back for another episode of MTG Noob, where we learn all about the basic Magic the Gathering mechanics that are used in almost every set in the game. And today we're talking about two of them that are related, flying and reach. So here we have a Windrake, 2 and a blue for a creature drake. It's a 2/2 and it has flying, which means if it goes up against something like an Alley Strangler, the Alley Strangler is not going to be able to block it. It has menace, but it's not very menacing. And unfortunately, it's not going to be able to deal with our Windrake. The Windrake flies over top while attacking, although it can block that Alley Strangler if it wants to. Here's an Angelic Wall. It's a defender with flying. It's a 0/4, so it can't attack, but as a flyer that is defending, it is able to block both ground creatures and flying creatures. Here's Ascended Lawmage. It's a flying hexproof 3/2, and once again, it can attack in the air, it can also block in the air, and it can block on the ground. Here's Welkin Turn. It's flying as well. It's a 2/1. However, it has an extra clause here. Welkin Turn can block only creatures with flying. So although it's flying while it's attacking, it's sort of also only flying while it's blocking. It cannot block ground creatures. Here's how we can get flying onto some of our creatures. Nurok Hoversail costs 1 to play out onto the battlefield and 2 more to equip. Equipped creature has flying. Cobbold Wings is the very same, except its mana costs are reversed. It costs 2 to put on the battlefield and 1 to equip. So arguably, Cobbold Wings might be a little bit better in the long run because if you have to put it on multiple creatures, you're only paying a 1 equip cost. But Nurok Hoversail is easy to get out sooner. Here is Jump. It's an instant card, costs only a blue mana. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. This is really helpful if you cast this on one of your creatures before you get too far into combat, before blockers can be declared, because you might be able to fly over top of your opponents. Well, flying seems pretty powerful then. How can we deal with it? If you don't have flying creatures, here are some choices. Here's Canopy Spider. It's 1 and a green for a creature spider. It's a 1/3. And it has reach. It's on the ground, but this creature can block creatures with flying. You can imagine maybe this one is throwing up some webs to capture our Windrake, and it'll happily block that Windrake all day. Reach is really a defensive mechanic, though. The Canopy Spider doesn't have any special powers when it's just attacking. Here are the Archers of Karsi. Creature Naga Archer. It's a defender, once again with reach, and it's a 5/2, so it's a pretty powerful defender, and reach means that it can get both ground creatures and flying creatures. Now here's Takedown. This is a sorcery, costs just a green, and you have to choose one of the 2 modes. It can either deal 4 damage to a target creature with flying, a single creature, or it can deal 1 damage to each creature with flying. Notice on that second ability that that includes your creatures with flying. So if you have flying creatures, Takedown will take them down. Here's Aerial Volley, again a green for an instant. Aerial Volley deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 creatures with flying. So you get to pick them, but you can either, do 1 damage to each of 3, or 1 and 2, or just do 3 damage to a single creature. Here's Aim High, 1 and a green. Untap target creature, it gets +2/+2, and gains reach until end of turn. You'll want to use that on your own creature to use it as a blocker. So even a tapped creature can be untapped before your Declare Blockers stage. And here's Spider Silk Net. It is an artifact, it's equipment, costs 0 to play it on the battlefield, costs 2 to attach it to a creature. The equipped creature gets +0/+2, and it has reach. So those are the 2 mechanics, the related mechanics, flying and reach. Flying works on both attacking and blocking. Reach is really a blocking mechanic. I hope this has been helpful for you. If it has, head down and hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd appreciate that very much. Looking forward to chatting with you. Tell me your favorite flying creature. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much. GG, and I'll talk to you soon.